Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at basic properties of logarithms. Our objective today says I can solve single logarithmic equations using the basic properties of logs. So looking at that, our first one we're going to state it. It says that b is greater than 0 and b is not equal to 1 and x is a real number, then our following statements are true. Our first one says log base b of 1 is equal to 0, and then log base b of b is equal to 1. So let's go and take our information that we have learned from logs and exponents to understand what these properties really mean. So our first one here says log base b of 1 is equal to 0 can be written using exponents such as b to the 0 power is equal to 1. Now we remember our properties of exponents that anything that is raised to the 0 power is always going to be 1, so therefore making this a true statement. Looking at our next one there, it says log base b of b is equal to 1 can be written using exponents such as b to the first power is equal to b. And we remember that anything raised to the first power is just itself. So looking at some examples here, going through these. Here it says log base 4 of 1 is equal to, that would be 0. So remember, this piece right here is what the total has to come out to be. Or because 4 to the 0 power is 1. Log base 6 of 1, that one also is still 0 because 6 to the 0 power is 1. Here, as long as the base and our number we're looking for there, as long as those two things are the same, then the answer for that's always going to be 1. And the same thing right here. Okay? Moving along, looking at some more things with these, says let b be a positive number such that b is not equal to 1. Let m be a real number, and let u and v be positive real numbers. Nice little parameters, keeping these things straight here, and this one being positive. Okay? Our first property says this right here. The log base b of u to the power of m is equal to m times log base b of u. Notice the exponent. What's happened to it? Here, it has moved to here, out front. In our example right here, it does the same thing. Here's the original. The 2 right here has moved out front here. So in our examples right here, this is our power property. It says log base 4 of u5. So we're going to rewrite this as 5 times the log of 4 of u. The next one, this 3 is going to come out front, so it'll be 3 log base 2 of u. Our power property. We have a multiplication property. Our multiplication property right here says that log base b of u times v is going to be equal to the log base b of u plus the log base b of v. And here's an example here. So looking at our one we have to work out, I have the log base 4 of 2x. So this becomes log base 4 of 2 plus log base 4 of x. So we now have two log problems to look at that are much smaller and easier to deal with. Being able to pull these things apart or put them back together is going to be helpful as we go through it and have to get to where we solve these. Our next one here is going to be log base 3 of 5 plus log base 3 of y. Multiplication property. Since we just did multiplication, it makes sense then that we're going to move from there straight into division. Now our division property works real similar. Here's our division property. It says log base b of u divided by v is equal to log base b of u, the numerator, minus log base b of v, the denominator. We're here, we got with log base 4 of x minus log base 4 of y. So in my next one here, so we're going to look at this one. I'm going to do the log base 3 of 7, my numerator, minus log base 3 of 4. The numerator minus the denominator as we go through these. This one, log base 5 of 12 minus the log base 5 of x. We go through each of these pieces, work them out. These work conversely as well. If I have one that has minus, I can turn it into a division problem, which will sometimes help us simplify these. Understanding the properties of these logs and how these things can go back and forth and work together in harmony will help us be able to simplify problems and be able to find solutions. Hope this has been helpful and you've enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button there at the bottom. And you'll have a great day.